My journey started from in high school, I can say. Let me start at high school. From high school, I was doing maths, physics, and life sciences, and other things, and also tourism. And there was this time, 2014, tourism started. Like they said, tourism is not gonna count. So someone had to do better, and we had, I think, during trial. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I think so. But I tried, and while I was still at high school, um, we used to study from 7 to 9 time that was compulsory, and then from 9 to 11 you study at your own. So I used to study from that time because I wanted to sleep, so I couldn't sleep because people were making noise. So I decided to just let me just study. I did study. I remember some time I would borrow a laptop back and then go study with it because I wanted to Google. I saw this other guy who was doing grade 12 who used to, I think 2013 while I was doing grade 11. So 2014 I was doing grade 12. So I took a laptop. Mind was, I forgot that thing that used to play on SABC 1, which normally teaches maths and other subjects, which was nice. And yeah, I did pass my matric, which is good, which was good. Like for me, it was good because I wasn't expecting that. Because grade 10, I failed my grade 10. I think June. Hey, my results, June results were so bad, grade 10. So I had to do better. And I was staying outside, and then I started staying inside hostel because I had to study. And then I arrived September there, and then I did study. It was not. It was not that nice hostel, but I loved it, and I continued. So while I was still doing grade 12, I studied well, got out of university. I applied at Walter Sisulu in PE because, you know, it also I applied for biological science and I think electrical engineering. No, mechanical engineering, yes. So I didn't know I was gonna do better, which was better for me. Um, so I was doing that. If I pass with B, then I should go into biomedical biological science. If I pass with D, I should be accepted in mechanical engineering. So, and then I applied to NMU. NMU, I applied for biomedical technology, which you've been hearing from me, yes. And also, I applied for mechanical engineering. Yes. So, I think I applied around end of July. Yes, end of July. I applied it for and the applications were closing around August, so I was so late and made me bangathatha any because it was I applied late and the quota was full and then there was because I had no option, like no option. And my parents didn't want me to go to universities that are too far, like UJ, UCT, UWC. You see those universities that are outside the province, so they didn't want me to go there. They didn't want me to go far, and then I had to try Walter Sisulu. Yes, I need water. Yeah, I had to try Walter Sisulu for school. Went there, well, put my results, the SI statement, Hey, nafike ndafola but like line was so long. Yo, it was so long. And it was that time where we were still doing things manually and I had to go there, the line in, wait. I think I arrived around 10 o'clock, but I went home around 4. Yeah, 4 o'clock. And it was like submitting statements only. I remember I told you were doing one thing a day, and then you go home. The struggles of university, so tough. But overall, trying to get into university or just school, it was so tough. I had to try to go there. The office statement. After statement, they said we should come next week. We did come next week. The next following week, it was like, okay, you were supposed to see your names on the board, but we didn't. I looked my name. I couldn't see my name, and I had to apply again. And this time as a walk-in. And I called my cousin. So my cousin knew just graduated the previous year, which was 2014. So the following week, I think that week though, we went there to also to look for, like, try to look for his indoors. And then we went there. We met his friends. So his friend was working at admin. So there, that friend said, you can go check inside there. There were rooms there. And I was new there to practice. So he said, you can go check inside the rooms there. Because I did apply and I was sure. And when I checked, he came back 30 minutes later with my application, so sad. But what's nice was that it was already captured, so I had a student number, which was easier. I didn't have to apply. What we did, we just took the form because the biological science was already full. We just took the form and then put in new details, and then you, with the student number, took the form to the faculty I was applying in. Now, I don't remember what I was applying for. Oh, I was applying for the other programs that were there. I didn't get them. We arrived there, there was this old lady who was the dean before. No, not the dean. He was the administrator. He gave me a lot of headache that day. We had to go back because that lady said, you won't qualify for this thing you're applying for because of physics. So physics, I didn't do good, but it was better. So I did good mathematics, which was, they said, in mathematics you did good, but in physics you didn't do good, so you won't be able to apply here. Just go and apply for education. And then I didn't even want to do education that time because I imagined myself standing in front of learners, like, and my voice is so low. So firstly, you need to also understand yourself. So my voice was so low, I couldn't. I didn't really want to go there for education, but we did for the sake of studying. And then next year, the following year, I was going to change and do what I wanted. Oh yeah, it was environmental sciences that I applied for. I didn't qualify, which I didn't understand. Fine. We did go to education. When we arrived there, they said my form is gonna be on the waiting list because there's this guy who is above me with mathematics. He's level 7. So if this guy comes to Walter Sisulu, I will not get a place. But if he doesn't come to Walter Sisulu, then I will get a place. So I will be on the waiting list. I went home. Fine, I went home. I said, okay, put me on the waiting list. I'm gonna go home. I went home, came back the following week, no communication. The following week, I saw that there are courses that are free, normally BSc, normally statistics, maths, computer sciences, and all that. Normally have a space. Okay, how did I become a software engineer? So yeah, while we were on the queue with NSFAS, we were talking with those guys, and then it was like so long, and then we had to come back the following day to stand in the queue again, which was not nice. And then there was a space for BSc statistics, mathematics, and other things. So I said, okay, which one do I qualify in? There's this lady who is still an administrator there. He said, you can apply for statistics. Fast and quick, I applied for statistics. It was around 4 p.m. I applied for statistics, fill in my form, and then I was admitted like that on statistics, not computer science. There comes a time whereby now I am accepted, like I'm admitted to study statistics. I don't have funding, I don't have a room, I don't have any source. But it's story for another day. So now we started classes. I was majoring with statistics and electing with computer sciences. Mathematics was common, and also I was electing with applied maths. I did those things. I passed them first year. I failed statistics first year and second semester. First semester and second semester, I failed statistics, but I was sick the second semester, which I'm not gonna explain here. It's a long story also. Even my exams, I wrote my exams, final exams, second semester, I wrote them. I was so sick. Starting, I think, October. Yeah, starting October, I was sick. Up until March the following year, which was 2016. That was when I went back to school. So I went back to school. Plaji registered for me. Like, he helped me also so much. So he registered for me, I came back, I don't have a room. I stayed with him the following year. Okay, I was still doing the statistics. Did the stats. I didn't pass it the second year, both semesters. Okay, he said, why are you not doing computer science? Because you are passing the modules in computer science, but you're failing the states you like. I was like, okay, and he was doing computer science. Okay, fair enough, I'll change. And then I just changed. So you have to do your research. Did my research, and then I came, stayed, worked last year, September, until now. So there I was working as junior software developer. I like to say engineer. Though people say there's no difference, but I'll do another video specifying the two and all that, giving some more information. So there I was doing, I came at a time where they were moving from an old framework to a new framework, which is an intranet, like a big intranet. They were moving the application from the old one to the new one. So the old one was in PHP and Perl, and MySQL, MSQL, there was a mix, and then to Angular. Angular is mixed with TypeScript. So we're moving to that, and also we're trying to learn MongoDB, like start MongoDB, moving there also, like, which is very nice database. And also, Yeah, I did a lot. I did a lot of work there, which I really like. I really like that thing, and it's like yeah, now I'm working as a software, like I'm a software dev and software engineer, which is nice, which is nice. So yeah, I think my journey ends there for now, and now I'm also looking joining some other companies. I'm looking to join other companies. Yeah, so cheers guys. That's what I wanted to share with you. My journey as a software, like my journey becoming a software engineer in South Africa. I mean, come on, South Africa. Like, you know how huge, how nice it is, like becoming a software, like a dream coming true. Even though for me, I wanted to be an aeronautical engineer. I wanted to be a pilot, and then I went to this. I went to this. What's this? This exhibition at Mthatha Airport, and then we saw there's some nice opportunities which I would have like loved to do. So that's when I've learned. That's where I've learned that you can also become an aeronautical engineer, which is uh, that guy who is more like a mechanical engineer, but for aeroplanes, which is nice. Which is nice. But now I don't see myself doing that. Which is my second choice. I would do it if chances like very high of me doing it. I would do it. But I love being a software engineer. Firstly, you sit in the office, you write your code, you also manage your time, your work, because um, as a software engineer, you have a scrum whereby you sprints, all that, which is called agile principles, whereby you discuss, you get this a scope of work, you have to work according to this time frame, which is normally 2 weeks. Work according to this time frame. After that, you finish, meaning you can say, you're allowed to say, okay, this work you're giving me is too much, or this work you're giving me is too small. You can add, and I can finish it in this time, in this time. So it's up to you. Isn't that not nice? But when you finish, but your project, it's being tracked. It's being tracked from start to finish. What you are doing, you have to log in your time, all that, what you are doing, all that. So, which is nice, which is nice for people who are lazy. Yeah, it's so nice. It's so nice. More especially the times where you'd say, let me take a walk. You can take a walk in a software.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
At this point, I also thought I could just stop, but the information is too long. Yeah. So as a software, you can just get up and say, I'm tired. I can't think. Let me take a walk. So we used to take a walk where I work, and maybe 10 to 15 minutes or 5 minutes just to think, to clear your mind, because as a software engineer or developer, you need that time, so you're not always glued to the screen. So in some companies they do understand, so it differs from company to company. You take a walk, you come back, you again think, because they know, if you're working with developers, they know that being a developer is so exhausting, and sometimes you don't think. You have to, from time to time, talk to yourself. I would say talk to your brain. Like, okay, you know what, you are going to do this. Because if it doesn't want to think, Trust me, it doesn't want to think. So, cheers, guys. Bye. When you change, because I already have the modules for computer sciences, so I just added the ones for first year and second year, and then removed the states, which was easy. I had to do those modules about first year, second year, the computer science. I did them. The journey is too long. But things started to be clear 2019. This time I was already deep into computer sciences. I started coding in 2015. I still do have a website, my website for 2016. Maybe I will put it on the here or here on the screen. I'll put it on the screen. My first website that I did, which is HTML and CSS only, and then that was 2015. I learned JavaScript, but JavaScript was not nice to me. And then I saw a way of how to make because what I wanted is to, if I press a button, the site will not load. It's just gonna, you see time. So CSS and HTML, when you put in your time, you have to load. Each minute you have to load so that it can count. Now I wanted to automate that thing to count without refreshing the page. So I learned JavaScript but a bit, and then I learned jQuery, which was also just importing the libraries and then doing all that, which was nice. And then I was done. And then I moved to learn MSQL, my SQL with the XAMPP, all that to run locally, which is XAMPP is a local server for web applications. And then this time, 2015, the module 2015 was doing C++, which was very, very hard. But for me, I liked it. Story time, 2015, I think in class we were around 120. First year, first term, first class, 120. Our lecturer said, you guys are so many. You guys are so many. And yeah, now people started like, why? And he said, you guys, I'll send you home. Yo, we got afraid. Yo, that guy was so scary. He was so scary. And then he would say, hey, comrade, I'll send you home. I'll send you home, comrade. Oh, like, I think second class, we were around 110. And then, but all in all, second year, I think we were around 50. Yeah, around 50. Half of the class was gone, failed. Some of them moved to the other modules, courses, changed the course completely. It was up and down, but it was nice. It was nice. But what I should have done, I should have changed my course right there when those guys were moving. Just change, but I didn't, which is not something to talk about now. So second year, first year I did this C++. Second year I was introduced to Java while I was doing C++. Now, second year C++, we were doing data structures and data communication and networking with C++. Those things, data structures is giving me hard times. Those things of calculating beats, frames, like sending messages between phones, you have to use frames and all that, which is very complicated for me. But second semester we did data structures, which was nice also. It's just combining the basics to form something that is going to be useful. Like data structures include linked lists, search, sort, which is one of data structures and algorithms, binary trees, hash tables. That was a bit nice. And also, I did Java, introduction to Java, first semester. Second semester, introduction operating systems. We just did operating systems, from introduction to Java to operating systems in Java. That is not a child's play. That is where we learned about concurrency, multi-threading, all that in Java. But you can imagine doing computer science with maths. You have to rush for maths. You have to do computer science this side. Hey, it was tough. It was tough. But we had to do it anyways. We had to do it. 2021, 2019, I started applying for jobs. 2021, 2020 during COVID. I think around June, I got an opportunity through a friend. I was referred here in Cape Town. Got an opportunity as a junior systems developer intern. So there I was working alone. This guy in June, I thought it was a scam. On LinkedIn, he contacted me, talked, and then said, "You were referred by this one person, which I'm grateful for. You're gonna do this and this and this. Do you have time? Do you have data to Google these things?" I said, "No." He said, "Okay, I'll send you money to do this, to learn." Because he gave me a list of things I did and things I didn't do. And then I ticked the things I did and the things I didn't do. And then he sent me data, like 1,000 to buy airtime and also to learn. So I did buy data for a month. I learned, it was July. So I started learning in July, August, September. I then moved here to Cape Town. So I started in 1st of September, came for interviews, I passed, and then I started working alone, which was a very nice learning curve. But I wish I would have had like a more hands-on mentor, which is not something to regret. Yeah, so I learned up until the internship ended. Hey, I don't want to get into deeper. So I was studying and I was trying to finish this degree while working here in Cape Town, studying Eastern Cape, but it was online. The studies were online. Yeah, I tried doing this, and I went to Eastern Cape to write my exams on October, and on February, when I went home, that was when the internship was ending. So I went back because I had to do a work back contract. I had a bursary, SETA bursary. So it had a work back contract clause that after you finish your study, you have to work back. You have to work for them for a year at least. So I did write my final exam. I graduated, waited for 3 months while applying, which is not nice. Also waiting because the internship was starting in June. So I started in June working.
SETA now has doing end user computing.
End user computing is basically trying to help users that are using, like installing softwares, troubleshooting softwares, networks, and all that. Like when they have queries, because we're working for this big organization. Yeah. So I did this internship from June 2021. Now it was 2021.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
August So June 2022, the contract ended, and we were moving to being an intern to being an experiential trainee still at CETA. And then after that, I was applying. So I applied different companies, a lot of them. I got 3 offers. I got an offer at, I think, Capitec, another company, I don't know, in Stellenbosch or Tiger Valley, I think so. And then this one I was working at. So I don't know if I'm supposed to. Okay, this one I'm working at, and also I will this time. I had to choose. So when you have to choose, you have to check factors. How big is the company? Salary. Because if the company is big, chances of the company surviving are like so many. So that's it for today. I'll chat with you guys next time and see you. Oh, one thing I forget. My next video is gonna be about the tech stack. I'll advise you on the tech stack you want to choose, where you have to go, which programming languages that are being used are needed, and I think I'll be dropping that next time, which is gonna be exciting if you are looking to change or you are not happy with the tech stack you're using. Yes, see you, bye.